What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Master Premier Cup, and today's footage has been submitted by one of my patrons, One McUser, so thank you so much for submitting this battle footage. He is using the team of Dragonite, Gyarados, and Metagross. I think this is a pretty well-rounded team. Dragonite is a very solid lead, and then Waterfall Gyarados makes for a very nice safe swap. Actually gives you decent coverage against Togekiss, unlike Dragon Breath Gyarados. And then Metagross, as we know, is one of the best Pokemon in Master Premier. It gives you nice coverage against Togekiss as well, which is one of the worst things that Dragonite could see in the lead. Now, whenever we're observing either like my own gameplay or someone else's gameplay, it's always good to see what good plays were made, but also what mistakes were possibly made that we could learn from and improve the gameplay. So these battles are in rank 9 around the 2000 elo range. And so let's just kind of see what plays are being made here and what we can learn from these battles. I really like this team though. Dragonite lead and then like Waterfall Gyarados. I like that pairing a lot. Obviously this team is going to struggle against a Magnezone lead, and so the Dragonite, you'd most likely have to stay in there and play it out and try to chip it down with Dragon Breath. But One McUser is going to be able to take this first match there. Good game. Okay, Dragonite into Gyarados. It is a Dragon Breath Gyarados, so this matchup is a little bit sketchier. This is most likely a crunch. It is a crunch, so good shield. But farming up a lot of energy here, you can't really Dragon Breath this down without having to commit 2 shields. So this is a pretty aggressive farm down, and I'm not completely sure it's worth it because Dragonite is left with such little health. And there was no need to have to go down 2 shields. Could have committed a Dragon Claw. Right here, I think it definitely would have been more beneficial to just go for Dragon Claw spam, because you would have been able to get 2 moves off there, and it was most likely going to be shielded by the Milotic. Gyarados is the better response to this Milotic, obviously. It looks like One McUser was trying to go for a sack swap to catch this Surf on the Gyarados. But giving up switch advantage there was a little bit risky, especially if there was like a Magnezone in the back. Also, Katie is playing clarinet in the background, so if you hear any interesting sounds happening, that's what's going on back there. So this Outrage is going to do a lot of damage against Milotic. We don't know what's in the back yet. It is a Machamp, so it really needs to burn this last shield. But the opponent has already seen that One McUser has a Metagross in the back. So does get the last shield, that's really good, and then just needs to land a Meteor Mash. Even if this is close combat, even if this is Dynamic Punch, Metagross is going to be able to survive this. So I think the opening Dragonite play definitely should have thrown Dragon Claw to at least pressure 1 shield, or ensure that the Dragonite would be left with a little bit more health. And then once all that energy was stored, I would just go for straight Dragon Claw spam against that Milotic, because they're most likely going to shield since they're up 2 shields. So Dragonite mirror match. Looking at the CPs, One McUser definitely has the better Dragonite here. Gonna shield that up. It is best buddy boosted. Okay, able to farm it down. That's a nice farm. Out comes Magnezone. So Hurricane is double resisted here because of the electric and steel typing. Typically, if it was like a Metagross, yes, Hurricane would be a way to go, because Dragon Claw and Hurricane are both single resisted. But against Magnezone, because of that electric typing, we need to go Dragon Claw there. And this is actually a mistake that I see a lot of people make. Thinking that, you know, Hurricane's slightly more energy efficient and a harder hitting move, so go for the nuke, but definitely not against Magnezone. You just want to go straight Dragon Claw here. Now this is very scary. Out of shields, needs to land something on this Magnezone, so I wonder if the Magnezone is going to shield and continue to farm. No, they let it go. Probably a Metagross in the back. Dragonite double steal again is a very common line. Getting some nice Go Battle lag here. Not gonna... Oh yeah, not able to get to the Earthquake. Needed to recognize that a little bit sooner. Honestly, should have just gotten to the Meteor Mash and then thrown that, because Gyarados in the back is such a solid response to Metagross. Really, you just need the chip damage. And then could have gotten out of there to avoid it being farmed down. This is going to be very close, but Gyarados should be able to take this. Just needs to get to the Aqua Tail. It's going to be very close, actually. I think one more Waterfall should do it. Nice. Aqua Tail takes it out. Good game there. Dragonite into Arcanine. Okay, probably a Snarl. No, it's a Fire Fang Arcanine. So this is very favorable for Dragonite. Could shield once and farm down. It really seems like one Macuser likes that play a lot because this is a wild charge. Okay, nice. Wins the lead. If you're hard countered by a Togekiss, yeah, so needs to get out of there. There's no point in staying in this matchup right now because it's just giving Togekiss free farm. Nice. Recognizing that, using Gyarados as a safe swap, that is a very solid play right there. No need to shield any of this. Okay, because you're going to survive this Dragon Claw and you're going to get to Outrage anyway. So that was kind of a wasted shield there, but that's alright. If Dragonite shields this, okay, they let it go. Yeah, I wouldn't have shielded the Gyarados there just because you would have survived Dragon Claw and gotten the Outrage off anyways. The safer play would be to just save the shield for Metagross because that's already going to be the win scenario. Metagross has a favorable matchup against Togekiss and Dragonite, so preserving the Gyarados was pretty unnecessary there, but still going to be able to pull out this win here. Swapping out of that matchup with the Togekiss to avoid being farmed. Very heads up play, utilizing the Gyarados safe swap. Tyranitar, is it Smackdown or Bite? It's Smackdown, so it's hitting for super effective against Dragonite. These Dragon Breaths are hitting for neutral, not resisted. Because Tyranitar is not a steel type. Rock does not resist Dragon. So shielding this up and then going for the Hurricane. So this is a mistake right here because Rock does resist flying, whereas the Dragon hits would be neutral and unfortunately loses that lead and is down a shield. If Dragonite would have went straight Dragon Claw there, would have had a more favorable matchup. The opponent brings out Metagross. This is a favorable matchup for Gyarados, so definitely stay in here, especially Waterfall Gyarados. This is just a super nice matchup. Psychic is potentially scary, but okay, they are running Psychic. That's probably why they're bringing it. And then gonna throw an Aqua Tail on this Dragonite. Doesn't get the shield. Definitely should switch out right there. No point in staying in and getting farmed. That just gives the Dragonite free energy. This is most likely just... Oh man, it's an Outrage. This is pretty tough to come back from. Because the opponent essentially can just go for Dragon Claw, pressure the last shield, and then Dragon Breath down. Have to shield this up, and they still have a Metagross in the back. Could overfarm a little bit. This Meteor Mash is not going to take it out, but then are you going to be able to bullet punch it down? Not going to be able to get to another move though. Yeah, unfortunate. So in that opening matchup, just go straight Dragon Claw against the Tyranitar. You could also just switch into your Gyarados right away. Even though the Smackdowns will still be hitting for super effective damage, the Waterfall will also be chunking the Tyranitar. This is not great. So we saw a Togekiss lead, and then looks like actually switched in Metagross instead of Gyarados. I definitely would have utilized the Gyarados safe swap there, because this is going to be kind of tough to win back switch, and essentially you just gave up your hard counter to Togekiss. Most likely the Swampert shields this. There's no way that Metagross is going to be able to win switch here, so have to let this go. Could come out with Dragonite and farm. Oh, snap. This is a different team. This is a different team. Looks like we now have Machamp. We now have Machamp and Metagross in the back instead of Gyarados. Okay. I will update that on the video while we're commentating over that. But this unfortunately is pretty bad for Dragonite. These Dragon Claws are double resisted here. Does get the last shield, but yeah, unfortunately Togekiss lead is pretty tough to come back. I wonder, is he still using Machamp in combination with the Dragonite? Because unfortunately that creates a huge Togekiss weakness where I think keeping the Gyarados and the Metagross is a better backline for this. Gonna go straight for the Hurricane here. It doesn't get shielded, that's nice. Able to Dragon Breath it down and win the lead, that's very nice. Oh, the opponent leaves. I guess they're very weak to Dragonite in the back. Good game. Dragonite into Swampert, this is favorable. If the Swampert is carrying Sludge Wave, obviously that's going to hit for some neutral damage there. Out comes Dragon Breath Gyarados. Okay, so it looks like one Macuser has switched to using Machamp and Metagross as the backline here. This is a much riskier backline. It's also a close combat Machamp. So Rock Slide would hit for super effective damage on the Gyarados, whereas close combat is resisted and drops your defense. So definitely should just go straight Rock Slide here. The Gyarados goes for Crunch. I wonder if the Gyarados does not have Aqua Tail. Able to take out that Gyarados, but down a shield and the defense is dropped. This is a little bit scary here. Out comes the Swampert. It can't Mud Shot down. Catches a Hydro Cannon on Dragonite. That's kind of nice. But probably is going to get hard punished by something else in the back. It doesn't look like it. Okay, able to take out this, land the Dragon Claw. Arcanine in the back. Man, this Arcanine Spice. So the Arcanine is going to build up as much energy as possible. Never mind, it looks like they're just going to throw Wild Charge right away. Crunch. Okay, because they don't want to debuff themselves. But this allows Dragonite to get to another Dragon Claw, which is really nice. Man, we got a lot of planes flying over. A lot of background sounds happening in today's video. Should bring out Machamp here to be able to counter this down. Okay, gonna have to get hit by Move, but it doesn't matter. Metagross is gonna get a jump start on energy. And we'll be able to take out the Swampert. If this is an Earthquake, I think Metagross barely survives. Yeah, barely survives. Oh my gosh, that was a crazy close game. Good game. Dragonite into Metagross. Again, since one Macuser has a Best Buddy boosted Dragonite, this is not that bad of a matchup. You can see how much damage the Dragon Breath is doing there, even though it's resisted. Definitely worth a shield. Looks like the Metagross is pretty severely underleveled. Gonna go straight for the Hurricane. Honestly, I would just go straight for the Dragon Claw, especially since the Dragonite already committed a shield. That kind of psychologically convinces your opponent to also throw a shield. So throwing the big move there is somewhat a waste of energy. It's a little bit riskier. So that gets shielded. Yeah, if one Macuser would have went just straight Dragon Claw, would have been able to take this matchup in the 2 shield. But now going to be able to get some nice farm with Metagross. Yes, Metagross with an energy advantage is great. Should be able to get to this Earthquake before the Swampert gets to an Earthquake, but definitely should switch out right here to avoid getting hit by an Earthquake. Should swap. Okay, this is unfortunate if this is an Earthquake. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Going to be able to bring in Machamp and farm this down. This is just a Hydro Cannon. The opponent still has a Metagross, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Okay. Definitely should have farmed up a little bit more and recognized that this is a Smackdown Rhyperior, which those fast moves are resisted, but still able to take that there. Good game. Again, this team is really going to struggle against a Togekiss lead. I definitely prefer the Dragonite, Gyarados, Metagross combo. I think that's a really solid option here. We've seen this Metagross lead a lot. So definitely commit the first shield. Again, because the Dragonite commits the first shield, the opponent is most likely going to shield as well. I anticipate them shielding this. And in the 2 shield, especially with the Best Buddy boosted Dragonite, Dragonite's going to take this, just going straight Dragon Claw. But not if a Hurricane gets shielded. Overfarming a lot, okay. Just going to go for double Hurricane here. Dragon Claw would have been enough there. The opponent brings out their own Dragonite. This is definitely rough. Machamp does not appreciate this. Metagross down a shield. It's going to get hit by some sort of a big move, either a Hurricane. Okay, the opponent switches out and catches a Meteor Mash. That's very unfortunate. You have to switch into Machamp right now. And definitely go for the Rock Slide here because it hits for super effective damage. Close combat is resisted because of Gyarados' flying typing. I like the over farm, but this close combat is going to drop Machamp's defense. And it hits for resisted, whereas Rock Slide would hit for super effective and not drop the defense. So this is unfortunately, unless the opponent just goes straight for, okay, they do have Outrage. I think one Macuser can farm this down and still, yeah, had to commit to the fast move farm down because the opponent's just going to shield this and then it's wasted damage that you could have got. Wow, okay. The fast move farm down definitely was still going to be the play there. So I hope that we can all learn something from these battles. One Macuser, I really appreciate you submitting this footage. And I'm always learning from my mistakes. I'm learning from other people's mistakes and learning from other people's solid plays as well. So I hope everyone appreciates this content. Again, it doesn't really matter what ELO range we're watching here. There's always something to be taken away and learned from other people's battles. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.